thank you. Today, the PBA Tour invades Michigan for the 23rd time. The best in bowling are here at Taylor Lanes for the Motor City Classic. Glad you're with us today. Rob Stone and 13-time PBA champion Randy Peterson with you today as we get you set for bowling in semifinal number 1. The most dominating player on the tour today, Walter Ray Williams Jr., will make his 48th back-to-back television appearance as he seeks title number 43 of his career. His opposition, a wonderful story. This man, Jeff Lizzi, will get into his story, but right now, let's roll. Jeff Lizzi, a non-exempt player who has gone 14 years and 359 days between singles titles, a PBA record for longest time between Denny's PBA Tour titles. Walter Ray Williams Jr., frame number 1 for the future Hall of Famer. We're off to a good start. Lots of bowling today for you, Randy. 2 men's semifinals, then the women will take over the lanes, and then the men's final, the Motor City Classic Championship.
Nice to have Randy's back on television once again. Jeff Lizzi looking to do what not a lot of folks have done in the sport of bowling, and that's beat the greatest right here.
Leaves the 10-pin hanging. He told us yesterday he has had problems knocking down the 10-pin at this lane, or at this center through his career, actually.
The weak 10's a hard pin to get out, and that's a weak 10. You see the 6 go to the sidewall and just kind of lay there dead in the gutter. But over the years, it's been tough to get out here at Taylor Lanes. Jeff Lizzi's playing a completely different line, more power, more hook. Walter Ray, the traditional down and in. And so that's going to be a big factor with Walter Ray's pin carry. You know, the further right he could stay all week, the better his pin carry was. He's got angle to the pocket. As the lanes broke down, the power started to show up, and Jeff Lizzi and guys like that hook it can move in and open the lane up.
Frame 2, Jeff Lizzi. Looking for a double and finding it. Just knocked the legs out. That looks like the number 4 pin there at the very end. So take a look at our Motel 6 matchup. Number 1 versus number 13 this week.
Walter Ray dominated this competition in qualifying, averaging a little over 240. Jeff Lizzi, once he got into match play, well, he had to fight and claw his way all the way to the television show. His last tournament was last March in Grand Rapids.
Looking for a turkey. And finding a turkey. Opens up semi number 1 with 3 consecutive strikes.
Watch this. He gets this one a little wide of target, and he's like, oh no, I need some help. Oh, there it is.
Walter Ray steps up. Again, that 10-pin haunts him, mocks him. Second frame in a row, he leaves number 10 standing.
You know, there's always something about leaving a weak 10. It's a weak shot. You know, nobody on this tour likes to leave a weak 10. Ringing 10s you can live with, but you don't like those either. But man, when you're leaving weak 10s, your ball's hitting flat. It's like it weighs 12 pounds. Nobody likes to see the weak 10.
So back-to-back strikes, or rather spares now for Walter Ray. And he is down 21 pins. looks like he might have made a little adjustment there, Randy.
Yeah, that looked like he moved a little bit right and picked his speed up a bit. You notice that time the 6-pin goes to the wall and cuts the 10 out, and that's what he's looking for.
And he's got that smile back. Looks like he's figured things out, but those 2 spares in frame 2 and 3 may end up haunting him. Jeff Lizzi from Sandusky, Ohio, about an hour and a half away, looking for 4 straight strikes. Gets it.
Hello.
Have a night Digitrax comparison showing Jeff Lizzi playing around the 3rd arrow.
Very nice.
At the arrows, going out to about the 5th board. Watch this trip 4. That's a lovely break. Ball speed's about 17 miles an hour. Walter Ray Williams Jr. About the 2nd arrow, his break point is not nearly as far right, and his speed is much faster. So there's the difference in angles that these 2 players are playing. Less ball speed, more revs for Jeff Lizzi equals much more angle. Watch this right to left shot.
Get it! 7th stands. What a great start, and there's a look at his wife, Kathy Dorin-Ballard, and it's because of her that he's here today. She pushed him to bowl this week. In fact, she went as far as entering him without Jeff knowing that he was going to be bowling this week, and here he is with a lead over Walter Ray Williams Jr., getting set to try and clean up here on the 5th frame. And he does just that.
Jeff Lizzi going at a 229 pace right now through 5 frames. Walter Ray 199. He's got a strike working. 2 more strikes here. Walter Ray can cut into that lead, but he's down by 30.
Again, the 10-pin for the 3rd time in 5 frames.
I bowled a lot of tournaments here at Taylor Lanes, and this looks like my ball used to look going down the lanes here. It was just flat 10 after flat 10.
Walter Ray won here in 2002 and 2003. Whips that one down and nudges it out of the way. But you see the nonverbals on him, the shake of the head, not happy with the way things are going. He is down 30 right now.
Unbelievable.
The players get practice before the start of the telecast, Robin. What happens is they decide right before we go on air what ball they're going to throw and what line they're going to play. You've got 1 game. It's a 1-game match. If you make the wrong guess, this is what happens. Walter Ray has made the wrong guess.
So of his opening 6 frames, 2 strikes. The other 4 spares, leaving the 10 standing on every one of those. So Lizzi with the lead. When we return, the conclusion of semi number 1 and more talk on the dominance of Walter Ray. The Motor City Classic is brought to you by Denny's. Denny's always works. By Motel 6, official lodging partner of the PBA. By Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit geico.com.
With the championship on the line, dueling teammates Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson both go gunning for a first-ever win at Texas. The shootout is on. The NASCAR Nextel Cup Series at Texas, today at 3 Eastern on ABC.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one. Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
If your shower dribbles like this, you might think it's a pressure problem. CLR it, like I thought. Hard water buildup. CLR works like magic, cleaning up all kinds of lime, calcium, and hard water buildup. Coffee pots are the worst culprits for hard water buildup. CLR it. Swish a little through, and it looks like new. So before you call the plumber or have a garage sale, CLR it instead. All kinds of dirty, one kind of clean. This CLR product is available at these fine stores.
Of course Geico sponsors Mike's Race Car because they insure everything race car fans love. RVs, motorcycles, ATVs. Tell you one thing they can't insure. Lauren Wallace. Because Lauren Wallace is made of lightning. Those guys are like, hey, where's Lauren? He was just here a minute ago. I'm 100 miles away, son. Ready to strike.
Geico, saving you money on insurance for your car and the other stuff that moves you.
This is a photo of our first lumber liquidator store. We didn't have a fancy showroom or an expensive location. Our goal was simply to provide great hardwood flooring at the best possible prices anywhere. Today, as the largest direct retailer of hardwood flooring, we're still not fancy and a bit out of the way, but we continue to have the best hardwood flooring at incredible prices.
2 1/4 inch solid oak utility grade flooring, only 99 cents a square foot. Supreme pre-finished horizontal natural bamboo, just $1.99 a square foot.
Visit your local Lumber Liquidators or lumberliquidators.com. You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
We welcome you back to the Motor City Classic. Jeff Lizzi up 31 in the 6th frame and working on a spare. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson back with you from just outside downtown Detroit. And Walter Ray Williams Jr. gets more TV exposure than the two of us combined. Today, his 159th singles television appearance. And TV equals money. A win today, and he gets that much closer to the $4 million earning mark. Is he the best bowler ever?
Without question, and no disrespect to Mr. Anthony, but remember that Walter Ray was Player of the Year back in 1986. That's a long time ago, 22 years. This guy's 48 years old. Like you said, Rob, he's approaching $4 million in earnings. It doesn't matter what the venue is. It doesn't matter what the format is. It doesn't matter what oil pattern they put out. He's going to get there. Back-to-back shows the last 2 weeks. Hands down the greatest.
Yeah, he gets it done day in and day out, although he's having some problems right now. We take a look at what's coming up next, semifinal number 2. The Big Fin, Mika Koivuniemi taking on Eugene McCune. And then the women will hit the lanes as well. The PBA Women's Series presented by the United States Bowling Congress. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard, Missy Bellinder will duel it out for a big paycheck there. But for now, we return to semifinal number 1. And Jeff Lizzi, prompted to bowl this week by his wife, a non-exempt player, bowled 37 matches just to get here today. Leads by 31, working on a spare here in the 6th. Got it.
Jeff won his first and only title back in 1992, the Brunswick Memorial World Open in Lake Zurich, Illinois. And right now, he's dialed in. He's playing that big hook ball, a lot of angle, and his ball is driving through the pins. A couple of trip fours have helped him along the way, but in complete control.
There's his wife, Kathy, bowled on the PWBA Tour. She is 2.5 months pregnant with their first child. Mommy needs some new shoes and a crib. We know where that money's going to go this week, should he win it. Diapers ain't cheap. In the 10 has been a problem.
That's kind of the theme this week, that oil pushing down the lane, and we'll get into that when we look at our oil pattern graphic. But oil pushing down the lane on the 37-foot pattern, the ball goes just a little bit too long down the lane, comes in a little bit too sharp an angle, and that's where the corner pin or the ring and 10 comes into play.
Wins today, and he's exempt next year on the tour. Has never been an exempt player. And he's got some nice, quiet confidence going right now in this game.
He's fresh. He's not bowling every week, so he's fresh mentally. He said, you know what, his hand took a little bit of a beating this week with all the games, but he feels really, really good. Right now, Walter Ray in a big hole.
10 pin's been a nuisance. Nudges it out of the way this time. He was 4th last week at the USBC Masters. As we take a look at our lumber liquidators, Know the Wood. And I just made a little shout out to his grandma. We'll get back to that right after this.
37-foot Viper oil pattern. A lot of carry down this week, which forced the players to use multiple angles, but the best striking percentage early on came from the outside part of the lane, and right now Jeff Lizzi's got the higher strike percentage.
Get it out.
That's easy for me to say. Higher strike percentage hooking.
Walter Ray.
That's a dirty shot. Come on.
Well, you heard him just a moment ago saying happy birthday to his grandmother, Vi Eller, 99 years young today, 1 year away from a Willard Scott shout-out.
Really?
Right? Doesn't he do the 100 years, you know? You see him on the morning show. You know, we go out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Janice Daly, 100 years young today. There's Jeff Lizzi from Sandusky, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland.
Boy, and that's the last thing you want to have happen, especially with Walter Ray finally catching a double. If Jeff Lizzi just a little bit high here, he's going to leave the 4-9. If he doesn't convert, he's going to be in the mid 230s. Walter Ray can strike out to shoot 238. Without a conversion here, he just lets the greatest player in the history of the sport right back in the match.
What is he trying to do on this one?
He's going to get the ball left of the 4-pin and slide it over into the 9. But this guy's been making big splits all week long. That's how he got here.
This a huge one. Kicks it, misses it.
Good try.
First open frame of this match for both players as we take a look at our Atonic match.
Well, not a lot has changed over the years with Jeff Lizzi. You can see back in 2003 on the left there, and the shot today, everything looks pretty much the same. He's a great physical athlete. He's in great physical shape. Very, very strong guy. Popeye-like forearms. He's got that big wrist cut. That's how he creates that hook at the bottom of the swing.
That's your Atonic edge. Here he is, frame number 9.
Watch the balance at the foul line.
Nice. Big strike. He needed that one after the open frame.
I got to tell you how impressive this is for a guy that's not full-timing it. Obviously, he's got a lot of tour experience. He's a full-time player for many years out here, but he hasn't been in this situation in a long time, and he hasn't missed the pocket yet in this match here.
Probably only hits about 6 or 7 tour events a season, basically, if they're just in driving distance of his home in Sandusky. Here's Walter Ray Williams Jr. from Ocala, Florida. Looking for PBA Tour title number 43. Guess what's standing?
What's this?
6th time in 9 frames that the 10-pin would not go down for him.
Yeah, and 4 of those 10 pins are weak 10s, and there's 1 ring and 10 in there. And look at that 6-pin just go in there and just kind of lay flat.
I guarantee my mom right now is saying, what's the difference between a weak 10 and a spinning 10?
A ringing 10 is when the 6-pin goes up and around the 10-pin. And a weak 10 is when it lays dead in the gutter like that. So.
There you go, Mom. You got your knowledge.
It's all about entry angle into the pocket. When the ball's coming in flat, it's going to leave a weak 10. It comes in too strong. We saw the ring and 10 by Jeff Lizzi. It's coming in a bit too sharp. It's all entry angle.
Trailing by 9. Take that 10-pin.
Well, that seems to be the better of the 2 lanes for him, and if he strikes out, he'll shoot 217. Jeff Lizzi, if he goes spare strike, will shoot 216. Walter Ray goes off the sheet here. He will force Jeff to strike the first ball in the 10th frame.
Walter Ray won only 1 event last season, and that was the season opener. Looking for his first of this season, and a clutch strike from Walter Ray. And the lights get a little bit hotter on Mr. Lizzi.
And with a strike here, Jeff's going to feel something for the first time in this match, and that's pressure. In the world right right there. He knows the score, and he knows that if he throws 3 in the 10th, it'll force Jeff to get the first hit.
So 217 for Walter Ray. He sits back and will be an onlooker for the conclusion of semi number 1. Lizzi trailing. Can max out at 236. Needs a strike and 6 to win.
Walter Ray advances. Another player missed the pocket the whole match. It came down to the 4-9 split in the 8th frame. That's the difference in this match.
That open frame on number 8 as well for Jeff Lizzi. Didn't help matters. He cleans that up. I don't think Walter Ray thought he was going to win this one. Tough start. But the vet able to fight back and move on to the finals.
That'll strike. Or maybe not. Wow. Thank you.
Great week for Mr. Lizzi.
Fantastic week for Lizzi.
And just when it looked like Walter Ray had no shot, that 4-9 creeps up. He strikes out in the 10th frame and ends up winning by 2.
217 to 215, semi number 1 to Walter Ray as we take a look at our CLR clean sweep, and it is the future Hall of Famer.
Last strike in the 10th frame. And just how important was that? If he doesn't strike on that ball, if he gets 9, it's 216. We had a possibility of a tie. Jeff could have gone 9 spare strike.
So we know one of our semifinalists. Up next, semi number 2, featuring the Big Fin, 6'4" Mika. Koivuniemi seeks his 2nd title of the young season.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
Houston, we are on final approach to the easiest place in the universe to book a room. Touchdown. The Bodad has landed. Motel6.com. We'll leave the light on for you.
His back was acting up again. Substitute teacher. Big headache. 100-degree fever. Aching feet. Easy, boys. He survived a heart attack. And the amazing thing is, all these people were helped by the exact same thing. Bayer aspirin. Painkiller, lifesaver. Bayer. Expect wonders.
And for tough muscle and back pain, try Bayer Back and Body.
It's a great movie.
No doubt. Who's driving an RV? Van Gundy, I think. What?
ESPN, your NBA destination for games Wednesdays and Fridays.
Introducing the Chase Freedom Credit Card, now with triple rewards where you spend the most. So if it's gas stations and coffee shops 1 month, and the next month it's grocery stores, the gym, and department stores, Chase Freedom is the only credit card that adjusts as your everyday spending changes and gives you triple bonus rewards automatically. That's Chase Freedom. Get it free at chase.com/freedom.
When you want to buy great products at the lowest prices you've ever seen, just turn to your computer. Satisfaction guaranteed. Everyday low prices and free shipping, and Google checkout is preferred. The next time you're gonna shop online, just remember these keywords. Buy.com, oh yeah, Buy.com.
We continue our road trip next week just outside of Buffalo, Cheektowaga, New York for the Atonic Championships. Live coverage here on ESPN at 1 Eastern, and the following Sunday also at 1, the Lake County, Indiana Classic. For more, log on to PBA.com.
And for those folks at home that are looking to take their skill to the lanes and bowl on the same conditions that our pros are bowling on a weekly basis, hey, go out there and join a PBA Experience League. Bowl on this Viper pattern. Maybe you can leave a lot of week 10s like I used to. If nothing else, boy, it really challenges your game. For more information, go to PBA.com.
This is number 15 seed Eugene McCune. Describes himself as an angry bowler. He likes to talk and gets mad at himself. Very competitive.
And he's going to throw it really fast this game. Eugene McCune likes to do two things. He likes to stand over there on the left side of the lane and go from about 6th arrow to the first arrow. And if that's not working, he likes to throw it really straight and hard from around the first arrow.
And here's his opponent, Mika Koivuniemi. In the midst of a 5-match TV winning streak. And has big fan support here today.
Little problem with his approach there on that shot. He got the ball left of target and only leaves the 3-6-10, and I say only because it could be a lot worse when your ball hits right about there.
Very heavy on the entry. Plowed through that head pin, so the strategy now is get a little right of that 3-pin.
Right of the 3-pin, the ball will deflect off the 3-pin into the 6-10, cover all 3 pins with the bowling ball.
That one up. With a win today, he would take the early lead for PBA Player of the Year. There's our Motel 6 matchup. Number 14 versus number 15. Match play dead even. The average heavily in favor of Mika.
Eugene McCune beating Mike Devaney in the round of 8, 4-2, and Mika taking out Chris Loschetter. 4-2. That's how both players got here.
Got the hook. Got the strike. Got the crowd into it. You see the finish flag being waved out here. Has about 40 fans with him out here today.
Well, that shot there looked pretty wide, or was it just the camera angle?
I think it was a combination of both. McCune from Munster, Indiana, about 20 minutes south of Chicago. Great story about him and the Chicago Bears coming up here in a second. McCune, frame 2. Bulldozes his way.
Now, you're probably wondering why Eugene gets the week 10 out on that lane, playing a similar line that Walter Ray was playing. The difference is a little more ball speed from Eugene McCune and a much higher rev rate. His ball's going to hit harder.
Some serious RPMs coming from the right arm of Eugene. You hear him mic'd up, some light, quiet conversation to himself.
Oh, yeah!
Starts off with a 3-bagger.
The Ebonite Digitrax is telling me that he's more direct with a higher velocity at the arrows right around the 2nd board. The break point's only the 9th board, so that ball's not leaking very far to the right, and his average ball speed is 22 miles an hour. Ebonite Digitrax is a digital analysis that tracks accurate data of ball motion on the lane, and we're going to have that with us each and every week out here this season.
Working on a strike is Mika. He'll be working on another one as well. Give him a double.
Mika playing a completely different line. At least an arrow left of where Eugene McCune's playing. His break point's much further right. His ball speed's much slower. Again, something similar to what Jeff Lizzi was doing in his first match against Walter Ray.
There's McCune watching. Koivuniemi has been in the U.S. since 1996. Went back to Finland in 2000. Had some immigration issues. Then back here to Michigan. Lives in Heartland, Michigan, about 50 miles away. Again, leaving the 4-6 or 3-6-10.
He gets the 6-10 out late, only leaving the 3-pin, but same kind of look on On the other lane now, it's that high shot. That one just never got far enough to the right. Rob, let me ask you something. When you're bowling, do you like to hook it or do you like to go straight?
I'm more of a straight guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't have much oil I work with on the lanes I bowl at.
Using plastic too, probably.
Mika not real happy with that one. That was almost shades of his first frame where he did leave the 3-6-10. That's been about adjustments today. We saw Walter Ray make a serious adjustment in semi number 1 to come back and earn a berth in the finals. Eugene McCune looking for a 4-bagger to open things up. Finds it. Gets the quattro.
I think Eugene's got a lot of success here because of the fact that the wood here falls like it's real heavy. And it's not, obviously it's not, it's the same weight, but it falls heavy. And Eugene, with all that speed and revs, he can really get the pins to move around. His first TV appearance in 48 events. They moved from 47th to 15th. And the round is 64.
90 events since his last title, 7th longest drought among exempt players. One pin shy, 5 in a row. Live look at Eugene's wife, Chris. She used to, actually his sister, Chris Hall, bowled for a couple years on the ladies tour as well.
Yeah, and Eugene made a big move after the first round of qualifying, the top 64. He went out and got another ball that hadn't worked. He says, you know what, let me give this a shot. Shoots 300 over the second.
Whoa.
God damn it.
He said he gets a little angry on the lanes, gets very upset at himself, very intense, fired up guy, can't stand losing.
And the first single pin spare he's missed all week. You just don't see that out here on at this level, especially on television.
And a big opening for the Big Fin. Mika stares it down.
Mika talked about success this week, Rod. He said it was all about equipment. Says, I've got a bowling ball in my hands now that really throws the pins around.
Mika won the season opening Daido Japan Cup. And with that win, he has now won titles in 11 different countries. Finland, the U.S., Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Holland, China, Italy, Sweden, Denmark, and now Japan. Guy's been around. Great for the Flyer Mile program. I hope he has. Had his daughter Lydia out with us yesterday. His other daughter Ida here today, as well as his wife Lena, and a good fan support section as well. Working on a strike.
Big time shot there. He gets a big break. Chipping the 4-6 late. Trying to get zeroed in on that lane. Takes a 2-pin lead.
And there's Mika, back-to-back strikes. When we return, the conclusion of Mika and McCune.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
If your shower dribbles like this, you might think it's a pressure problem. CLR it, like I thought. Hard water buildup. CLR works like magic, cleaning up all kinds of lime, calcium, and hard water buildup. Coffee pots are the worst culprits for hard water buildup. CLR it. Swish a little through, and it looks like new. So before you call the plumber or have a garage sale, CLR it instead. All kinds of dirty, one kind of clean. This CLR product is available at these fine stores.
Born in 1983, Ben Winkler Ziegler was one of the first Cabbage Patch Kids, but it wouldn't be long before this Cabbage Patch Kid became a Cabbage Patch adult. Like so many child stars before him, Ben was struggling. However, his bad fortune turned around when in 2003, it is believed he switched his car insurance to Geico, netting him much-needed money. Financially secure, he went on to win a celebrity dance competition.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So this is the first room that I've worked on that I really wish nobody had to use, because so many heart attacks can be prevented. Her husband didn't expect to have a heart attack, but you can take action to stay out of this place. Bear aspirin, taken regularly, cuts the risk of heart attack by 32%.
Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Bear aspirin. Expect wonders.
And for heart health and strong bones, try Bayer Women's Aspirin with calcium.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
Chris Paul comes to the line with the game in his hands. He must hit this shot for the win.
I've done this hundreds of times in games like these. I can do this. My coaches taught me how. Go through your pre-shot routine. Focus on the target. Close out the crowd. A comfortable grip on the ball. And let the ball roll off my fingertips.
You know we got a shot clock in this sport too.
Hey Chris, be cool. Now watch this.
We flash back to last year here at Taylor Reigns, and Tony Reyes making history by becoming the 17th player in PBA history to throw a perfect 300 game, 12 strikes in a row. Tony would go on to capture his first Denny's PBA Tour title. Great day, and Tony here helping us with our math and scoring this week, as he usually does. You are like my best right-hand man hanging out right here. It's awesome having you here, buddy.
It's nice to bring you in just right here, Rob. Welcome to the team. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Tell us why you're not going to be bowling next week in a leg injury.
Well, basically, last week in the Masters bowling against Pete Weber, I partially tore a quad tendon that connects with my quad to my kneecap, and it really hurt this week. I had to, of course, I had a bowl being defending champion, and hopefully I'll have that experience again, and hopefully get some rest and get back out in their lanes here soon.
Going to take next week off. Here's McCune.
Push.
Cleans that one up. So Tony's going to keep score with us, Randy, here. And we're also going to keep asking him questions. We're going to make sure he earns his check this week. You've been bowling out here all week. How have the lanes been handling for you?
I mean, this is like my kind of bread and butter. I love this kind of shot with the short oil, just like last year with the cheetah. I use my speed and just like Eugene here to my advantage, and just kind of play my A game. I think that's what you see with Eugene right now and how he's playing with the lanes, and I think he'll bounce back here from that miss bear.
Eugene in the 7th. Looking for a double.
Push. Yeah, that's it! That's exactly the kind of look. You know, you could get it a little bit in, playing that little angle, going more straighter with some speed. He's able to get that ball to hold where some of the guys couldn't.
Tony, take us through the 10th frame last year when you bowled a perfect 300 game. What was your mindset? What were you thinking getting up to the 10th frame?
Believe me, the first 2 frames I didn't really think about much. It really went really quick. But I think the last frame, definitely everything kind of sunk in. Kind of had the knees shaking for the first time since I can remember. And throwing the game, I mean, it was great, but winning the title was even better. That was the icing on the cake there.
A strike from Mika. That's now 3 in a row. Give him a turkey.
Tony, you like the angle that Mika's playing, or do you like the straighter down and in of Eugene McCune?
I think early on, I think the straighter down and in it really tended to play better than the big hook. Obviously this week with the Viper, it really tended to move in. Guys were able to get inside of 4th arrow, 5th arrow, and swing the ball out a little bit. So obviously you've seen the lanes change. You saw Lizzi the first game doing the same kind of line, and Mika was playing the lanes like this during the week. So
in pursuit of a 4-bagger.
Lane now. Look out, big trouble for Eugene. Although Eugene is rebounded nicely after the open frame.
Tony, thanks for your knowledge, your insight, and your good mathematician skills. Look forward to seeing you. We're going to miss you next week. I hope we have a capable backup.
Yeah, hopefully you got a capable backup. There's a couple guys I know Mike Edwards will probably fill in for me, but good match here. Hopefully I'll be back here in a couple weeks in Maryville.
Well, hopefully we'll see you bowling and not helping us out here as the statistician, but we love having you here as my right-hand man.
Thanks, Rob.
I got Randy on my left, Tony on my right. I'm in good shape.
Thanks, Randy.
Got a good match here. Eugene can strike out 9th and 10th frame for 267. Mika Koivuniemi can strike out 9th and 10th for 269.
This one just as tight as semi number 1. Walter Ray Williams Jr. has moved on.
Push, 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 push!
That breaks a streak of 3 consecutive strikes, leaves the 10-pin.
You hear him yelling, push, push. That means that he got it in, and he wants that ball to hold a line to the pocket.
You see how far right his follow-through takes his body. Is that just because of the power and the momentum he whips that thing in there?
That's momentum going to the foul line. He goes there so fast.
Bravo!
He's happy he made one. Best he can shoot now is 246. Mika's in the 230s right now. He's got count on his side.
A mocking bravo from Eugene because he missed that 10-pin in the 5th frame. The lone open frame of this match between these two. Mika, 4 strikes in a row, looking for 5. Wow, not even close.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Got the ball left of target. This ball never got far enough right, and he finally pays for it. 3, 6, 7, 10.
Very heavy on that one.
He's going to try to get the ball over here to the right side of the 3-pin, drive it over into the 7. The ball will take out the 6-10.
That's how you're supposed to do it. Let's see if Mika can clean this one up.
Nope.
Oof. Second open frame of this match, each with 1 now. And Eugene right back in the midst of this. So Eugene working off a spare. We'll watch Mika bowl here in the 10th. Mika can max out at 231.
Mika needs to strike out here and hope for an open frame in the 10th by Eugene. It's his only chance.
Coming right at you.
And this match is, for all intents and purposes, is over. Eugene will just have to stay behind the foul line and keep it on the lane, and he will advance to meet Walter A. Williams Jr. for the title. Mika very disappointed, obviously. He had Eugene right where he wanted him and laid him off the hook in the 9th frame.
McCune just won Denny's PBA Tour title on his resume.
And he beat Duke and Walter Ray to win that.
So ends up with a 221. As Koivuniemi, Eugene McCune is going to blitz this one down the lane and just needs 8 to fall.
He's going to throw the heater.
That's 10. And he moves on. And he will face the living legend, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Thank God.
Mika, his consolation, he'll go back home. A short 50-mile drive. And probably get in the sauna.
Yeah, we had a far too long conversation about sauna activities yesterday, meeting with him.
He's got a sauna in his basement, and it's very popular in Finland. And he said, Randy, in my sauna, you cannot read newspaper.
It will combust. It's a little warm.
It'll catch fire.
Yeah, his sauna is just as hot as he is right now, probably.
Yeah.
Mika is steaming.
He'll be back. Mika's bowling as good as I've ever seen. Remember, he's a former Player of the Year.
246 to 221. Eugene McCune, with his wife and son in attendance, moves on to take on Walter Ray Williams Jr. Their final coming up, but right next, we hand the lanes over to the ladies. Coming up next, the first of 4 PBA Women's Series events. It's a new special mini tour sponsored by the United States Bowling Congress. And our championship match is up next. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard taking on the young gun, Missy Bellinder, next from Detroit.
Jimmy?
Steve?
What's keeping you from getting a good night's sleep? Did you ever think it might be your bed? I'm Lizzi Wagner, and if you're not sleeping well or you wake up with back pain, please call us right now. It won't cost you a thing except a minute of your time, and we'll immediately send you this free DVD or video and brochure with all the details about the Sleep Number bed, including complete descriptions, prices, and options. And you'll have all the information you need to get a great night's sleep.
I guess I didn't realize how much I used to wake up during the night. And now I feel like I just sleep through the night and sleep like a rock.
For me, it's really helped with my back and giving me a more comfortable night's sleep.
The Sleep Number bed is the first bed designed with your personal comfort in mind. Unlike uncomfortable steel springs, the Sleep Number bed contours to your body so your muscles begin to relax and you get a deeper, more luxurious night's sleep. Plus, the bed adjusts on both sides, which is perfect for couples. In fact, it's clinically proven to improve sleep quality and relieve back pain. And it costs about the same as a traditional innerspring mattress, but it lasts twice as long. You know, I never thought my bed was the reason I wasn't sleeping through the night. I just thought that's the way it was. But this bed is so comfortable. I fall asleep easier and I sleep right through the night. Select Comfort has been helping people like you and me sleep better for over 20 years. So I highly recommend you learn more about this bed that over 4 million Americans have switched to. Call us today.
Call 1-800-730-9200 for your free information kit with video or DVD, brochure, and price list. Call this number now, and you'll also receive a special $50 thank you gift card just for inquiring about the Sleep Number bed. Ask about our risk-free 30-night in-home trial. Call 1-800-730-9200 for your free information kit and this free $50 thank you gift card, only available through this special TV offer. That's 1-800-730-9200. Call now.
The Motor City Classic is brought to you by Bear. The more you know, the more you trust Bear. By Prescription Flomax. By CLR, all kinds of dirty, one kind of clean. And by the United States Bowling Congress, ensuring the integrity and protecting the future of the sport of bowling. Bowl with us. This week marks the first of 4 PBA Women's Series events, a new special mini tour sponsored by the United States Bowling Congress. After the Professional Women's Bowling Association folded in 2003, women really no longer had a place to bowl full-time. In the spring of 2004, the PBA opened its membership to women, and several took advantage of the opportunity, including Missy Bellinder, who became the first woman to join the PBA, and number 1 seed Missy Bellinder will take on Carolyn Dorin-Ballard with $10,000 on the line. And here is Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. She's going to hate me when I say this, second oldest bowler in the field right now. She's been all over me for the last 24 hours. I'm the second oldest. Don't say it. I'm the second. I'm like, well, you keep saying it, so I'm going to say it. She finished 4th in the 2007 PBA Women's Tour Trials, and we have a fun story coming up here in a second. Make sure I get to it, Randy, on what she'd be doing if she wasn't a bowler. But here she is to open up the finals. starts it off with the strike.
One of the best women players ever. 20 titles, some 95 telecasts. And her and Missy, as she kisses her daughter, Alyssa, her and Missy both made the telecast at this season's Women's U.S. Open about 3 weeks ago.
Missy Bellinder, 25 years old, from Orange County, California. She's been plagued by slow starts this week. Really can't afford that today. You don't have much time to make anything up.
Here's an interesting stat. Missy is the only player on the telecast today using 16 pounds. That's right. This little gal here, not afraid to throw the big one, the big lumber. 16-pounder, baby.
And a great smile
for her.
As she cleans up and gets the spare.
Even I throw 15. Tony Reyes sitting next to you said, I even throw 15.
She bowled collegiately at Cal State Fullerton, graduated in 2004, was a summa cum laude there, 3.9 GPA. Leaves the 10. Missy currently coaches bowling classes at Cal State University Long Beach. She has over 230 students in her class this semester. It's a phys ed requirement. They earn 1 unit towards their GPA. And she says she's an easy grader. 6 classes a week, 2 hours each. Teaches them bowling and then just says, go have fun. Which pretty much is what bowling's all about. Back-to-back spares to open up the finals for Missy. Now, Carolyn Dorin-Ballard was a 2-time collegiate national champion at West Texas State University, graduated in 1989. She's probably going to hate me for saying that as well. I guess if she's going to hate me, I might as well go in strong and really early.
Buddy, don't hold back. Just go in with both barrels.
Well, I have a point to saying that she graduated in 89. We'll get to it in a second. Here's her second frame working on a strike.
Come on.
Great start for Carolyn. Now, she told us yesterday if she wasn't a bowler, she would be a DJ. And when she was in college, she worked at campus radio station, WTSU. And once a week from 7 to 10 p.m., she had a top 40 radio show. Do you know what in 1989 she graduated. Do you know what the #1 song was in 1989?
Oh, Rob, that was so before my time.
Look Away. Yeah, no. Look Away by Chicago, My Prerogative, Bobby Brown, #2, and one of my favorites, Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. It was a very forgettable year in music. Debbie Gibson, Richard Marx, Milli Vanilli up there.
Wow.
And I'd like to thank Google for that research.
Sounds like a new album, the one-hit wonders.
It's like K-Tel. You remember those things? They're awesome. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard looking to start with the turkey.
That needs to hook.
Wow. It never did. Completely missed the 1 pin.
A little too amped up. Got that one a little bit right. Misses it off of her hand at release. And she says, all right, just cover the 1, 2, 4 and take a deep breath and regroup. Carolyn said she'll be going to Japan in December to bowl in the Prince Cup.
And cleans that one up well. Carolyn joined us on our coverage last week in Milwaukee, helping us out lane side with some interviews and analysis. She appreciated that.
She bowled the Masters last week, became the first woman ever to bowl a 300 game at the USBC Masters.
Missy coming off back-to-back spares.
Get up.
That 10 pin has been a bugaboo all day long for all of our bowlers.
Pesky. Seen that 10 pin a lot today. And from any angle. Again, that has to do with the oil pattern, the oil pushing down the lane. The bowling ball is going a bit further down the lane before it starts making its arc to the pocket.
Gets that. Missy's dad, Frank, former PBA bowler, joined the tour in 1969. And she now works at Dad's Pro Shop. They spent a lot of time coming up with the name, Frank Bellinder's Precision Pro Shop. They like to get their names in those, don't they?
It's the way to do it, man.
Yeah. She also gives private lessons on the side. Now she's looking for $10,000. Let's control it, and it will. her first strike of the finals.
Only her second time ever on television.
Yeah, she was telling us about her first time. She just had so much fun with it, loved the lights, and as soon as she bowled, she's like, I want to be back. I want to get back in front of the cameras and back in front of the lights.
It's intoxicating.
Carolyn Dorin-Ballard, yeah, cleans them all out. This is our US-BC matchup, the top 2 qualifiers this week, facing off in our opening event.
And Ebonite Digitrack's comparison is telling us that both players are playing just about identical lines. Both of them right around the second arrow. Both of them about 18 miles an hour. You know what, I got to tell you, kudos to USBC and the PBA for getting the women back on television. It's nice to see the ladies having a place to showcase their talents.
Come on.
There we go. Back to back jacks for Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. And Carolyn just started a bowling foundation called the CDB Scholarship Program. Go to graduating female high school seniors. This is the first year of the program, so giving back to the sport that she loves so much.
Get up.
A little light on that one. Missy with that girl next door look to her. Wonderful personality.
She says she practices about 35 to 40 games a week, and again, throwing that 16-pound bowling ball, you better be in good shape throwing that 30 or 40 games a week. Straighter is greater, though, for Missy. Her best look is trying to stay as far right as she can and letting the friction right around the track area. We call the track area the second arrow. That's where you see the predominant amount of play from most league bowlers. You get a little bit of a worn area there. Not so much nowadays on synthetics. Back in the wood days, boy, you can really see a burned area there. But straight up the track around second arrow.
There we go. Well, she bowls a lot in Europe as well. This will be her third year on the European bowling tour. Sends her all over Europe and even the Middle East this year. They're going to have an event. The conclusion of the first PBA Women's Series event ever. When we return, who wants the 10 grand more, Missy or Carolyn?
Here's to men who want more time at the game and less time in the men's room. Here's to guys who want to go less at night. And here's to Flomax. In 1 week, Flomax may relieve male urinary symptoms due to BPH, also called an enlarged prostate. Flomax just once a day may help symptoms like frequently waking up to go, going often, weak stream, in 1 week. Only your doctor can tell if you have BPH, not prostate cancer. Common side effects of Flomax are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. Upon standing, a sudden drop in blood pressure may occur, rarely resulting in fainting. So when starting Flomax, avoid situations where injury could result. If considering cataract surgery, tell your eye surgeon you've taken Flomax. Could you feel a difference in 1 week? Call 877-4FLOMAX and ask your doctor about Flomax. Flomax could make a difference in 1 week.
The road to the Contender Championship now travels through two dreams with one shot at glory. This Tuesday, live from Boston, Jadon Codrington looks to continue his string of dominance against battle-tested Saki Obika in a 10-round showdown.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to beat Saki Obika.
Who will claim the title and walk away Contender Champion? The Contender season finale, Jadon Codrington versus Saki Obika, live Tuesday, 9 p.m., only on ESPN.
Do you own a business? Whether it's large or small, building a new facility can seem overwhelming. Get the space you need. Call Anthem Steel today for your pre-engineered steel building. When you look around, you'll see businesses, schools, and churches are using steel buildings to save time and money. Anthem Steel makes it easy for you to get the right building at the right price. A small deposit gets you started, and your design process will begin. Your Anthem representative will work with you to design the building to meet your needs. No hassle, no headache. Don't get caught with rising steel prices. Delaying your project could cost you thousands. Call now and save. Right now, you can get great prices like these for a manufacturing facility, gymnasium, church, warehouse, or maybe just a place to store those toys you've accumulated. If you need to build, call Anthem Steel today.
We welcome you back to Taylor, Michigan. We're just about a mile away from Detroit International Airport for the Motor City Classic. Live coverage here on ESPN. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson with you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us. And right now, we're getting our eyes fired up for a little Monday Night Football. Big AFC North showdown. Ray Lewis and the Ravens taking on Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who sit on top of the AFC North. Monday Night Football on ESPN, 8:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and our coverage begins at 7 Eastern with Monday Night Countdown. Right now, we are counting down the final frames of the PBA Women's Series, first event of the season and the championship. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard up 19, working on 2 strikes here in the 6th.
Roll up. Shot.
Just missing the turkey. Do we know why they called a turkey yet?
I have no idea.
All right.
You know what? I'm just not. When it comes to lingo, I'm just not a big historian. But
that's fine.
I can tell you one thing. That was a pretty good shot, and it's just one of the crazy things in the sport. You know, you can throw it as good as ever and come back with 9.
Carolyn cleans it up, no problem. So the lead drops, if you will, to 18. And we begin the 7th frame. There's Missy Bellinder, the #1 seed, looking on.
Still looking for her first double.
But she is working off a strike. Here's Missy. But here's Carolyn.
Roll up.
There we go. Her 5th strike of the first 7 frames.
She was
Missy's turn.
Sorry, Rob. She was an animal on the PWBA tour, and
For God's sake.
she's trying to show everybody that she still has game. Right now, Missy looking for her first double, but 2 strikes here, she can actually take the lead. 7th and 8th frame.
Now, Missy made history this summer by becoming the first woman to win 2 career PBA regional tour events, both of them in California. Great accomplishment for this young 25-year-old. Went to school at Cal State Fullerton, lives now in the Long Beach area. Great smile.
She's having fun. Should have rather struck there and cut that lead down, but tell you what, it's a lot better being able to get back on the telly than it is sitting at home watching it.
Television equals money. And Missy looking for 10,000. And is not going to find much money when you miss the 1 pin.
Yeah, missing the head pin's normally not a good thing, and she's left herself with a pretty tough washout. The 1-2-6. A couple of ways to do it. You could go right of the head pin, have it ricochet off into the 6, or left.
Plowed right through it and missed the 10. Her first open frame. She sits now at 144. 32 pin advantage for Dorin-Ballard. And that may be insurmountable at this stage.
Yeah, and she'll probably throw this one right through the 1-3 pocket.
Little heavy?
Oh, no, that's not heavy. That's perfect.
Is it? Good.
Yeah, and she's like a shark smelling that blood in the water. And that's exactly what she got when Missy opened up the 8th frame. She's working on a strike. Carolyn is. And she goes, you know what? Let me strike here in the 8th and 9th frame, and let's just take care of business right now. What a great shot this is. Husband Del Ballard One shot. He knows it's just one more shot, and Carolyn's going to win this match. Well, Spare here, she covers a mark in the 10th frame, and she's still in the 220s. The best Missy can shoot is 204. She just needs to cover here and just get count in the 10th frame.
There's her husband, Dell, watching. Her little daughter on the lap. Does not want the TV time. Here's Carolyn. Drops the 10. And now a lot of work for Missy. And she's coming off an open frame.
I've got no leverage.
Little messenger came over and peeked at the 10 and didn't go down, and that's kind of the way this game has gone for Missy.
Knocked on the door, but nobody home to answer it.
Right, here comes the head pin, and it's getting ready to take out the 10, and then 6-pin kind of lays there and says, no, you just stay over there.
The PBA Women's Series will take place next week as well. We'll see the ladies roll in Cheektowaga, just outside of Buffalo.
Cheektowaga.
There we go, Missy.
Nice shot. I won a doubles tournament in Cheektowaga with Carmen Salvino back in 1988.
Nice twosome. So Carolyn has won this one. We're going to fast track it, and Carolyn Dorin-Ballard already knows she is the 2007 Motor City Classic Women's Champ. She's just going to let it rip down here in the 10. Feels good to walk away with the strike. Missy will roll one as well. Pick up the pace. There we go. We like the quick pace here. Everybody's dropping.
Great ball in this league.
Well, the match is over. The players are just going to finish up. Missy will finish her 10th frame at the same time that Carolyn will finish her 10th frame. And for the sake of time, and just going to get this game out of the way. But you've got to finish the game. 2 more strikes. She's going to be in the 230, 235 to be exact. Missy one more here, 194. 192.
Not a bad outing from Missy, but here's your champion, Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. Would have been 3 strikes in a row, but she goes right for the hardware. She knows TV.
This is for Alyssa and all the young ladies out there. This is your future.
Nice, Carolyn. Beautiful. Love it. Congratulations, Carolyn. One title has been handed out already. Now it's time for our men to hunt the hardware. Opening frames of the Men's Classic when we return.
With the championship on the line, dueling teammates Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson both go gunning for a first-ever win at Texas. The shootout is on. The NASCAR Nextel Cup Series at Texas, today at 3 Eastern on ABC.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
Chris Paul comes to the line with the game in his hands. He must hit this shot for the win.
I've done this hundreds of times in games like these. I can do this. My coaches taught me how. Go through your pre-shot routine. Focus on the target. Close out the crowd. Get a comfortable grip on the ball. And let the ball roll off my fingertips.
You know we got a shot clock in this sport too.
Hey, Chris, be cool and watch this.
Man, don't you just hate when you can't remember which bowling ball is yours? Nah, here's my baby. Old Reliable. Book online at motel6.com and we'll leave the light on for you.
This is a photo of our first Lumber Liquidator store.
We didn't have a fancy showroom or an expensive location. Our goal was simply to provide great hardwood flooring at the best possible prices anywhere. Today, as the largest direct retailer of hardwood flooring, we're still not fancy and a bit out of the way, but we continue to have the best hardwood flooring at incredible prices.
2 1/4-inch solid oak utility grade flooring, only 99 cents a square foot. Supreme pre-finished horizontal natural bamboo, just $1.99 a square foot.
Visit your local Lumber Liquidators or lumberliquidators.com.
His back was acting up again. Substitute teacher, big headache. 100-degree fever, aching feet. Easy, boys. He survived a heart attack. And the amazing thing is, all these people were helped by the exact same thing. Bayer aspirin. Painkiller, lifesaver. Bayer, expect wonders.
And for tough muscle and back pain, try Bayer Back and Body.
And we welcome you back to ESPN's live coverage of the Motor City Classic, coming away from Taylor, Michigan, and that is Ted Dobbins to his right, his wife Leona, the Taylor Lanes co-proprietors, his daughter Erin, very instrumental this week as well. She was the tournament chairperson as we take a look at the Geico Championship recap and how we got here.
Semifinal number 1, Walter Ray Williams Jr. He needs that hit to seal the deal against Jeff Lizzi.
He won it 217-215. Tight one. Second match, Eugene McCune, all power.
Eugene McCune defeated Mika Koivuniemi by the score of 246-221. Late split by Mika. Opened the door for Eugene McCune.
So, Walter Ray Williams Jr. will take on Eugene McCune next week. The Etonic Championships coming away from just outside of Buffalo. Live coverage here on ESPN, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Walter Ray taking on Eugene, the $25,000 men's final. Tees off when our live coverage of the Motor City Classic resumes.
With Banquet Crock-Pot Classics, everything is included. Just add water and it does the cooking, so you don't have to. Banquet. More of what you want.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
Houston, we are on final approach to the easiest place in the universe to book a room. Touchdown. The Bodad has landed. Motel6.com. We'll leave the light on for you.
Here's to men who want more time at the game and less time in the men's room. Here's to guys who want to go less at night. And here's to Flomax. In 1 week, Flomax may relieve male urinary symptoms due to BPH, also called an enlarged prostate. Flomax just once a day may help symptoms like frequently waking up to go, going often, weak stream, in 1 week. Only your doctor can tell if you have BPH, not prostate cancer. Common side effects of Flomax are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. Upon standing, a sudden drop in blood pressure may occur, rarely resulting in fainting. So when starting Flomax, avoid situations where injury could result. If considering cataract surgery, tell your eye surgeon you've taken Flomax. Could you feel a difference in 1 week? Call 877-4FLOMAX and ask your doctor about Flomax. Flomax could make a difference in 1 week.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
It's never too late to join the official Denny's PBA Tour Fantasy Bowling League because, unlike other fantasy leagues, new players are welcome anytime during the season. Just log on to PBA.com. It's free to join. And welcome back to Taylor Lanes from Taylor, Michigan, just outside of downtown Detroit for the Motor City Classic. And we're getting set for the men's final. Number 1 seed, Walter Ray Williams Jr. take on number 15, Eugene McCune, alongside Randy Peterson. I'm Rob Stone. Glad to have you with us on this Sunday.
Hey, and on paper, you know, Eugene going up against Walter Ray, you'd think the only chance he would have is to order a Code Red.
What's a Code Red?
Code Red, man.
I don't know.
A Few Good Men. You've never seen the movie? They ordered a code red on that guy.
What does that mean?
They took him out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Here's Eugene, frame number 1. That's just how he started semi number 1. McCune had 10 strikes in semi number 1, 4 of them to open up his match. Left only 2 pins standing all game, both of them number 10s. On the flip side, Walter Ray Williams Jr. left the 10 pin 5 times, yet still beat Lizzi. And guess what's standing?
Things haven't changed a whole lot, Randy.
Well, I was thinking that maybe you'd change something, buddy. You'd maybe move your feet or change balls or play a different angle. I mean, I know you can do all that. I thought the last thing I would see is you getting back on the show, pair, and leaving another week 10. Isn't it neat how they just kind of talk to me sometimes?
I love it.
I have no idea why that happens. Sometimes it's not very nice either.
No. Walter Ray won his semifinal 217 to 215, seeking his 43rd Denny's PBA Tour title.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Eugene McCune, every time I see Walter Ray leave a week 10, I just get all giddy inside.
Yeah. Frame number 2 starts.
And there's another one.
With another 10 pin hanging up. Again, he did that 5 times in his semifinals, twice already.
Wow. Great goal in practice. That's not
Well,
good.
it's hard to second guess the greatest player in the history of the sport, but
you're going to?
Yeah, I think I would have taken a page out of Eugene's book and maybe moved a little right and gone with more speed. Maybe taken out a ball that was more aggressive, throwing it harder. He's got to get the pins and start moving around.
So Walter Ray opens up with back-to-back spares. McCune now working on an opening strike. McCune, ironically enough, defeated Walter Ray for his only career Denny's PBA Tour title back in 2002, the Banquet Classic. He also had to knock off Norm Duke en route to winning that one. Looking for career title number 2, and he's got 2 strikes to open it up.
That's some nasty stuff going down there at the 1-3. That head pin screaming as that bowling ball's coming at it. Code red, red shirt.
I got you.
Are you with me?
Barely, but because you're my partner, I'm absolutely with you.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. You've never seen that?
If Will Ferrell wasn't in it, I probably didn't see it. 3rd frame, McCune looking for a turkey. Turkey lives.
That was a huge break there. So that could have gotten 5. Well, leaves a 4-pin. Watch this. Check this out. This is going to be a little heavy. Leaves himself an easy spare. Although he did miss a single-pin spare in his first match against Mika, but he went for the 10-pin.
His father, Hall of Famer Don McCune. Eugene's first job working in the bowling center with his dad. Pumps that one down. Eugene spends his summers working at the golf course. Free golf is good golf, was his line to us. Can't agree with you more on that one. Now Walter Ray Williams Jr. has opened up with back-to-back spares. Both times leaving the 10-pin.
Carry, baby! Yeah!
Drops.
Oh, much that.
Walter Ray getting himself back into this game as we take a look at our Motel 6 matchup. The number 1 seed versus the number 15.
Well, it looks like there's a digit missing on the career earnings there over there for Eugene. But can you imagine? Walter Ray is getting ever so close to that $4 million mark. Just an amazing guy, an amazing career.
He is the all-time PBA money leader. Money shot!
You know, it's amazing. In the round of 16, he just barely gets by Tommy DeLuxe Jr. And now he's bowling for the title.
Walter Ray opened up with 2 spares. He's made the adjustment. He's in the groove with back-to-back strikes. McCune standing by. Does he have enough to take down the future Hall of Famer?
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
With Banquet Crock-Pot Classics, everything is included. Just add water and it does the cooking, so you don't have to. Banquet. More of what you want.
Man, don't you just hate when you can't remember which bowling ball is yours? Now, here's my baby. Old Reliable. Book online at motel6.com and we'll leave the light on for you.
You can tell Walter Ray wants this one.
Oh, he left it open. Tough break. Well, he won't let that happen again.
The road to the Contender Championship now travels through two dreams with one shot at glory. This Tuesday, live from Boston, Jadon Codrington looks to continue his string of dominance against battle-tested Saki Obika in a 10-round showdown.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to beat Sakio.
Who will claim the title and walk away Contender Champion? The Contender season finale, Jadon Codrington versus Saki Obika, live Tuesday, 9 p.m., only on ESPN.
Oh, price for life? No way.
Yes way, actually.
So I can get Verizon high-speed internet for the same price forever?
That's right.
Won't change next year?
Nope.
Leap year?
Nah.
Next November?
Same price.
July?
Won't change.
Step up to Verizon high-speed internet. Now for a limited time, get our best offer ever. Get a great price for life with a 2-year commitment. Get service up to 20 times faster than dial-up with round-the-clock tech support. All on a dedicated line. Get a great price for life.
What about May 2020?
Same price.
When I'm 90? 52?
Won't change.
You know, my grandfather lived to be 118.
Good.
Yeah, good for me.
The Reliable Network now gives you the most reliable price. Call now and get a great price for life. Switch to Verizon high-speed internet and lock in our best offer ever. Call 1-800-275-5004 now. Save even more when you order online. Verizon, it's the network.
The Motor City Classic is brought to you by Atonic, the official footwear of the PBA. Atonic, first one there. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit geico.com. By Denny's. Denny's always works. And by Motel 6, official lodging partner of the PBA. Good crowd here at Taylor, Michigan, as we are set for the conclusion of today's Motor City Classic. Time now for our clean sweep, brought to you by CLR, and we head back to the women's championship match. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard earning the first ever PBA Women's Series event title. Congratulations to Carolyn. So one title's been handed out. Here's number 2. Eugene McCune taking on Walter Ray Williams Jr. We'll be with you till the conclusion. Eugene has got an interesting little side job. We'll tell you about it after this bowl.
Slide, slide, slide. Yes! Come on!
His third strike. Well, Eugene...
Make the shot over here now.
...works Chicago Bear games selling beer for his son's Little League team. His son, Kevin here. His team
Aren't they too young to drink?
The Zunies. I'm not getting into that type of discussion. So, yeah, so he's out there yelling, beer here, looking for a strike here. Looking for his 4th strike of this finals.
Slide now. Man, good shot.
So he sells beer to help raise money?
Yeah, like a portion of the proceeds go to his son's Little League team. It's not like he's selling beer to Little Leaguers.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks.
He was bragging about his son, Kevin, too. 8.5 is the youngest on his team by 1.5 years and bats cleanup. Good job, Kevin. Eugene throws the rock like he's swinging cleanup, swinging for the fences.
Yeah, the Ebonite Digitrax is telling us that he throws his spare ball at 27 miles an hour.
Good shot.
Now keep in mind, Walter Ray's strike ball is only 17 miles an hour. It's pretty fast. That's the heater, Ricky. Major League?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
I'm focusing on Walter Ray here.
My bad.
Frame number 5 gets there, doesn't get the 7. So he's been having problems with the 10 all day long, but this time it's the 7 that stands.
Yeah, isn't that kind of goofy? He didn't like this one all that much off his hand, but he finally figures out a way to get the weak 10 out. And what does he do? He leaves a blower 7. And now with a spare here, he will trail by 1 pin in the match.
His third spare in the opening 5 frames. So he's gone spare, spare, strike, strike, spare.
And he's got to be careful not to let Eugene get too far ahead, because I think Eugene can string a 4 or 5 bagger at any time.
Walter Ray down 1.
Yeah, come on.
Think he liked it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The number 1 ranked bowler in the PBA right now, Walter Ray Williams Jr., has to sit back and watch McCune. Part-time beer vendor. Full-time pin crusher.
That's fast. That's what he does. You know, he likes doing it. There's not a lot of guys that can throw it that hard out here. And boy, when it shows up, you know, you can expect Eugene to take advantage of it. He likes throwing that heater right around first arrow, and he's good at it.
Good shot.
He is of the might makes right theory. It's been all strikes outside of the 3rd and 5th frames where he left the 4 pin standing both times.
Push, push, push now! God damn it.
And I think that's probably the first weak 10 we've seen from Eugene. And again, that push-push sound, that's a pulled shot. He gets it in the oil, and unfortunately, this one pushes too far down the lane, and that ball was DOA when it got to the pins.
It's been 90 events since his last title, 7th longest drought among exempt players. Only 1 title came in 2002 when he beat Walter Ray.
Another 1 pin rail.
You keep hanging around and letting this guy hang around, and eventually WRW was going to put a hurt into you. And that's exactly what's happening in this match right here.
Walter Ray seeking his first title since last season's season opener, the Daido Japan Cup, and again, it's that 10 pin standing for the 3rd time here in the finals for him.
And 8th time today.
That is his nemesis right there.
And I believe most of them have come on the right lane.
My goodness. Wow.
One pin match, 8th frame. Walter Ray can strike out to shoot 238. Eugene McCune can strike out to shoot 239. That's all about just figuring out how to get that weak 10 out on the right lane. He only has to throw 1 more shot over there.
Now a smile returns for Walter Ray. Maybe he's found that perfect pocket entry finally.
Shot.
Here comes the fastball.
Come on. Push, 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 push.
Those pins just explode.
Yeah, that shot was high the whole way, and the only reason why that didn't go through the nose is because it was thrown at about 22 miles an hour.
Bad shot.
And again, he leaves the 4 pin, 3rd time he's left the 4 pin standing up here in the finals.
Bad news is now he can spare here and strike out and still lose.
Takes care of the spare.
Yeah, his best now, Rob, is 228. Again, we said earlier, Walter Ray can shoot 238, so he's behind the 8 ball now. And must-strike situation here in the 9th frame.
This McCune's first television appearance since the 2004 Orange County Classic. Won his semifinal match 246 to 221. He, again, cannot get better than a 228 here in the final. 9th frame, working on a spare.
Hit up.
They wobble, but they won't fall down.
Remember at the top of the telecast, we talked about the oil pushing down the lane. This particular oil does that, and that's exactly why Eugene just left a swishing 5-7. This ball just doesn't have any traction. It's thrown really, really hard and very little movement right to left as it enters the pocket. And what an awful break.
Gave it a good shot.
Walter A. Robb is 1 strike away in the 9th frame of winning his 43rd career title. And just when it looked like it was going to take more than 220 to win this title match, Walter A. Williams Jr. right there. Strike hero put him in the 2 teens.
Carry, baby.
He needs good count, a mark, and this match is over. And Walter Ray, when he needs it most, comes through in the 9th frame. No weak 10 on that lane. Big time double for the greatest player in the history of our sport.
It hasn't been vintage Walter Ray today, but he's getting it done when he needs to.
But, you know, he hasn't missed the pocket all day. His scores don't reflect how well he's bowled. A lot of 9 spares. For the win.
All right, come on, you pick that up.
And again, it's the 10 that stands. 5th time here in the finals. 10th time today.
Spare to win.
For career tour title number 43.
That's it. He's done it.
On Grandma Vi's 99th birthday, grandson Walter Ray Williams Jr. takes career title number 43 here at the Motor City Classic, the 3rd time he's won here at this venue.
Well, it wasn't real flashy, but it was effective, and that's what this guy does to you. That's why he's been so great for so long. Doesn't matter how high or low the scoring pace is, he gets it done.
Happy 99th, Grandma.
Well, you can tell Vi Eller meant a lot to Walter Ray growing up. He's been talking to her all match long as Eugene McCune completes his tournament. Eugene will head home to Munster, Indiana with a $13,000 check. Walter Ray will get 25 grand and get that much closer to $4 million in career earnings. He was 4th last week at the USBC Masters, number 1 today. He is the number 1 ranked bowler in the PBA. And the man to beat week in and week out at this pace, Randy.
You know, you just wonder how long can this guy keep doing it. It's not that he's just bowling okay, making an occasional show. He still dominates out here.
Next week, we'll see if Walter Ray can make his 3rd consecutive TV appearance when we head to just outside of Buffalo, Cheektowaga, for the Etonic Championship live coverage here on ESPN Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. So again, Walter Ray Williams Jr., Denny's PBA Tour title number 43 for the man from Ocala, Florida. For Randy Peterson and our entire ESPN team, I'm Rob Stone. We'll see you next Sunday at 1 Eastern
from Cheektowaga. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Coming up next, the 2007 WPBA Midwest Classic. So long from Taylor, Michigan.